Yeah, do you think that we put that degree of expectation on our own as well, though? Like, because we're so good at looking to the outside in crypto and just looking to the outside and expecting people to just like live up to the highest standards and just full degree, full blown transparency all the time. And if you're not, this is just either, yeah, conspiracy theories spiral out of control, or you just get all these weird theories going on. And then sometimes I feel like inside we just sort of come over and it's just like, I mean, not always, but like obviously there's situations where it's just so just in your face that you just have to say something.
It's interesting because you're talking about the cryptocurrency industry as a whole, and I will say that, yeah, I mean, obviously, I think I don't remember. This is there's a well-known gentleman who works for Coin Center, Niraj Agrawal, I believe is his last name. He recently was saying something. There's been this conspiracy going around that the federal law enforcement is hyper involved in cryptocurrency Twitter, and they're sowing discontent, and they're sowing like all these people fighting each other. And Niraj just made a really good point of like, why you think they need to do that? Like, you think they need to be here to get people to say dumb, illegal things on the internet? They don't. Those people are just doing it. Like, and I do think there's feds everywhere, right? Like, I'm sure there's federal agents on Twitter. Of course there are. But are they like actively sowing discontent in cryptocurrency communities? No, maybe anything's possible. Like, but as Niraj pointed out in that discussion, it's kind of like the cryptocurrency community constantly shoots itself in the foot with frauds and exit scams. And look at what is FTX, but like the biggest black eye in financial, like in one of the biggest black eyes in financial history, where you're like, wow, one of the top 3 active players in the entire industry was just a full-on scam, full stop. And like, you don't have to look far. You don't need a conspiracy to be like, oh, well, there you go. Like, that's part of the problem with crypto. That is now the expectation almost from a lot of people. But I will say this, that I think for journalism, the people who I actually like, every journalist makes mistakes, right? And I think it's really cool that the best journalists I know are the ones who know when they make a mistake and admit it and take responsibility and apologize to their readers for making a mistake. I've had to do it before. I know other journalists who have had to do it before. We're not immune to making errors and getting the wrong thing published. And I think it's good. It's good to like admit those mistakes and own them. And if we're talking about that, like, I don't think that happens in the finance industry almost ever, whether it's crypto or anything else,